In the lower, this one, Matt.
It's gonna be a great match.
Optic Gaming moments away from kicking off. You see all the players there on the firing range, getting warmed up, getting ready to go at it, and I just saw the maps. I believe we're kicking it off with Retreat Hardpoint, and this one should be epic.
This one should be a very good map. Optic Gaming, one of their stronger maps. Obviously, you know, this lets Formal play that AR role. You know, you saw them lose that Detroit hardpoint earlier. It takes the AR out of his hand. You see that stat on the left-hand side. 3 of the players on SB had more than 8 caps per game during group play. So everybody doing that OBJ by committee for strictly business. And I would fully expect SB to pull out something different here. Would not be shocked if we see an Amelie with some smokes out of Fizzerb, known to use some different classes. Right now, just using that ASM1, but would not be shocked we see something different out of him. You actually see Dito, he's got it in his hands.
Not afraid to pull it out is SB, and you will see cold-blooded, danger close, as well as Dito is going to get into the action with the LMG, thrown on your COD vision as we highlight the outlines of the opponents. It's going to be John on your screen with the ASM1 trying to get early control of the courtyard. Good protection, it looks like, for Optic Gaming, as Crim 6 is going to be locking down the outside perimeter. He was cleaned up through towels, though, and now John is going to break through Optic's original setup. It's really early in this game, Matt, but I want to get your thoughts on this one. If you're strictly business, you're obviously the underdog coming into this. What is the secret to success against Optic Gaming in a hardpoint game mode?
In a hardpoint against Optic, you need to get a lead early. It's kind of the mantra on how you beat them on hardpoint. Hardpoint, one of their best game modes. You need to get a lead early because that's going to force them to take that garbage time on some hills and allow you to rotate a little bit earlier. And, you know, those 2 money hills you talk about, that back statue, that back turtle statue, the second hill, and then that bottom hill, the 4th hill, the really 2 ones you can take tons of time on, and that hill rotates that turtle. It's going to be Dito on it. He's taken out by Formal, but it looks like it's going to be Optic Gaming controlling this one at the start. SB kind of gave that one away there.
Man, that's such a bummer because they sacrificed 24 points on the first hard point. Optic had a nice lead. Then you saw SB, you know, they rotated early. They had it all planned out, but just like that, Optic surges through and breaks through. But this one is going back and forth, and you got to give big credit to Dito. He was on a 3 spree with the Amelie before Fizzerb got in here with the ASM1.
Yeah, and this is a very close game here to start things off. It's going to be SB actually taking the lead here, and they did a nice job breaking the hill. We talked about how Optic Gaming got there first. They had that set up, and once Dito got in there, you know, SB doing a nice job utilizing all their grenades, you know, excusing that danger close. Something we've seen SB use online. Going to be looking to see them do it at this event is they were using danger close with those stuns and EMPs, something that they kind of talked about they were saving for this event. Going to be interesting to see how that comes into effect here.
Formal try to rotate through, is going to be able to pick up one. That clears the way for Scumpy, who breaks in for 1, 2, looking for a 3rd. Didn't see it to his right. Nate Shot's still inside. As I say, he is dropped. So it's up to Formal to lock down the back spawns. And it looks like SB had John rotate all the way through. He is going to hold it down. They're going to have the better spawns. And look at this, Matt. It's just a 10-point game.
Yeah, SB going to have the better spawns. They need to take their time here and try and break. And as I say that, 4 kills come in for Optic Gaming in the kill feed. Going to spawn SB all the way out. You know, 25 seconds left. SB has one really good chance to break this hard point. Then they need to focus on getting down low, setting up for that bottom 4th hill.
This is so crazy. Both teams just whitewashing each other. It was 4 down for SB. They come through, answer back, and there you see the kill feed once again. Yeah. It's all Optic, but the cave spawn still coming in. It was a 2-2 split. Nate Shot holding down the back entrance. He's watching the court side, and it looks like his teammates are doing enough distraction work to allow him to pull away. It is 78 and counting to 47. Optic really pulling away here going into the 7th minute.
Yeah, but SB, they were set up pretty good right there going into this bottom hill. You actually saw they had a pinch set up. It was Fizzer coming on the flank. He got some kills. He was taken out though right away. Scump with a big 2-piece. Gonna go back in Optic Gaming's favor here. If you're SB, you need to get control of this hill. You know, you let Optic Gaming get a lead, and then they're almost impossible to beat on hardpoint.
Neslo switched over to the bow, and he's starting to see some success. That is his 4th kill on this spree. Looking for number 5. He's gonna be dropped. John with the cover fire from the back. Picks up 1, looking for a 2nd. Optic continues to score. Fizzerb now battling for control, though. And we're going to see this one, a slugfest, go back and forth, back and forth. Look at this next rotation, though, to be the key hard point on the game. John knows it. He's in position. Can he get the kills, though, the players that are about to search his direction?
So I wouldn't say this is a necessarily money hill. I would say the 2 best hills to get time on are the 2nd and the 4th. But this last hardpoint up top in lobby, you can get tons of time here if you hold it correct. And SB, they're rotating early, Puckett. They're just not able to hold it all. I mean, you saw right there, they get there first. You see Formal picking up kills in the kill feed. Nade shot as well. It's very difficult for SB to take these hills back. They did a nice job on that second turtle statue, but since then have not been able to effectively break any of these setups by Optic.
Matt, you said it's not a money hill, but I feel like if you're Optic, it is.
Yeah.
They have so much slaying talent. You'll see once they get a player inside, the other three jump out. Formal, only one up top, and he is just dealing with the pressure. Nade shot in the kill feed. Slay shot coming alive. Started off kind of slow. Now 17 and 13, 4 captures on a 5 spree.
Well, when you have players like Formal, Crim, and Scump, I mean, any hill is a money hill. I mean, we've seen them go on 9, 10 sprees here at this event so far. When you have players who are slaying like that, you can take a ton of time on any hill. And SB, they need to really start mounting the comeback soon here, Puckett. This game is getting a little bit out of hand.
That was the separation. You see it now reflected in the scoreboard. Over 60-point advantage for Optic Gaming, and that number just continues to grow. Nade shot sticking with the bow this game. I love it so far. We'll see how often he decides to go with the AR throughout the rest of this series. Not going to win that fight, though. It's Neslo starting to heat up. You've got Scump and Crim 6 trying to answer back. Strictly business, not done yet, but it's really starting to get worrisome. A 30-point lead you can handle. A 70-point lead, not something you want to deal with.
No, and I feel like every time we go on somebody from SB, especially we're here with John, we see they're just trying to attack these hills one by one, and you see 3 kills come in the kill feed, but SB in no position to trade. Neslo's going to try and jump onto the hill. He's going to pick up 1, but when you really look at it, what did forcing that engagement really do for Strictly Business? He got in the hill for a second, killed 1 player, he was taken out right away. Now his teammates lose him. He's not able to get on that early rotation, not able to hold this down. You see it's going to go to Optic, all in their favor. SB spawning far away. Right now, they're just playing a little bit desperate in this hard point.
Fizzerp on your screen, making his moves up top. Pool wall wasn't able to finish that. Nice job by Nade shot to stay alive as long as he could. And you will see Strictly Business inside. 42 points remaining on this hill. Will they be able to lock it down? 2 fall. Scump trading the kills with Neslo and John. And there is Neslo finally falling in the window. Dito trying to take his position. Will clean up Nade shot, who is pogoing in the back. But while all this is happening, it's Scump inside the hard point, just picking up point after point. 100-point advantage now in what was once a very close game.
I mean, the slaying power from Optic Gaming is way too strong for Strictly Business right now. Scump is 32 and 16. Just a phenomenal stat line out of him. Crim, 24 and 22 and 9 caps to his name. Just doing a great job. And then on the flip side for SB, you really need a Dito to come up big. He's your main slayer for that Strictly Business line. And right now, 19-25, having a rough go here in that first hard point.
Started off strong there for the first and second hard point. Really did fall off, as you mentioned, though. Going over to Nade shot, once again, he's kind of bringing up the rear as the rest of his teammates surged in first, and he's going to pick up 1, looking for a second now inside after killing John. Scump is doing the dirty work, and really, I love Nade, but we got to watch the King when he comes off the respawn. 36 and 18, Scumpy is back.
Scump, he can have games like this where he just dominates, where as the opposing team, you really, no matter how good you play, you can't do anything about it. As you see the reaction time there, pick up that nice 2-piece, taking out Fizzerp. But I think the key for Optic Gaming going forward in the tournament, Nade shot, going to have to get some good games out of him. Playing pretty well right now, 25-21. But to progress further, you're going to need monster games out of him to go along with the rest of these players, because everyone at Champs, playing to the best of their abilities, clicking on all cylinders.
Is Optic really going to get to 250 before the minute mark? They are 23 points away. Make it just 21 points away as we get down to our last 2 hills. They could lock it up here on the bar. SB trying to prevent that. John peeking in the courtyard. He's got Dito down low. At this point, SB's not really playing for the win. It's almost mathematically impossible, if not already, for that to happen. They are playing for pride and want to prove to Optic that they will be around for the rest of this best of 5.
Yeah, SB, you use the rest of this game. You're far behind. You're not going to win this first game, but you got to use the rest of this time to kind of warm your shots up a little bit, especially Dito struggled a little bit at the end of this game. Going to have to get him going, and I would use this time really just focus on what's going to happen next in the series. I think S&D, a game mode that SB can definitely take off of Optic Gaming. Fizzerp and Neslo, 2 of the best S&D players in AW.
Yeah, guys, it's okay to clap in here. Nate shot with a pretty dirty three-piece there with the foul. Scumpy, 42 and 23, has been dominant all game long. Krim looking to go positive here as Formal was basically even as well. 250 to 122, more than double their opponent's score.
Yeah, Nate with a phenomenal game as well. I think finishes 35 and 25 with 10 caps. Actually, he's going to finish 32 and 25 with 10 caps, so very good game at a Nate shot. You know, second highest slaying on the Optic Gaming lineup, and when he's doing that and Formal and Krim are still playing pretty well,